Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. So to start things off, let's take a look at what came in the mail this week. Well, the first thing that came in the mail was this official postcard. This comes from Slovenia. It pictures a really, really beautiful church. I love this image. And then look at the stamps. Really nice, bright, colorful stamps. So thank you for that. Next is another official postcard. I love this. This is my favorite long-necked animal, a giraffe, and he's doing a little snorkeling under the water. So just a really nice, colorful card. This card comes from Trina in Russia. It's nice to see a card from Russia. I don't get too many postcards from Russia these days. There is the stamp. And Trina says that this stamp is dedicated to the 100th anniversary of the biggest and first arrow company in Russia. So very, very interesting. So Trina, thank you for that. Up next is this card. This comes from Monty, who lives in Canada. So he sent me this large card, and he says that his wife and I hope this card finds you well. Yes, we're doing very well, and that he's staying busy with fall yard work. Yeah, me too. All the leaves have now fallen, so I need to get out there and take care of those. I've just really been procrastinating a little bit on that, but hopefully I can do that soon. And then there are the stamps and the stickers. Next is this card. This comes from our friend Lewis. He says, "Boo, happy Halloween, trick or treat." There are the stamps and stickers Lewis has included. So, Halloween is my wife's birthday. It's Mrs. Smokey's birthday. So we had a lovely dinner at home. We had some friends over and had a really good time. So I hope you had a great time as well. Next is this postcard. This comes from Aaron, who lives in Colorado. Says, "I hope you're having an amazing autumn." I did. And so she sends this really gorgeous card. Then there are the stamps. So Aaron, thank you so much for that. And then look at this card. This is a surprise card to me. What a great card this is. This is from a lady who lives not too far away from me, but she took a trip recently to the UK and sent me this postcard. She says, "I walked here yesterday. It was wonderful. We saw sheep and buildings. They're all 1,100 years old." So what a great postcard. This is from my friend Sue. So Sue, thank you so much for sending this card to me. And then the last thing in the mail, this envelope. This comes from Jilly B. Jilly B, living her life her way. Please go check out her channel. It is linked in the description of this video. She has used the brand new spider stamps. Now, if you're not into spiders, if it's something that bothers you, you're gonna want to look away for just a second. I'll tell you when to come back. I know both of my daughters, they do not like spiders at all. So I understand that some people don't. But Jilly has sent me this postcard. She says, "I hope this spooky season finds you well. Thought you might like a spooky spider card." She says, "I like spiders. They keep flies away." Yeah, I don't really mind spiders either. You know me, snakes and clowns, those are the two things that really bother me. Jilly has decorated it very well. And she has sent a few other things along. She sent some stickers. I really like this one. Back of the pickup truck with pumpkins and hay bales. Nice mushroom sticker. Looks like something that Stephen from Australia would appreciate. Maybe we'll talk about him in a second. And then Jilly has also been so kind to send me some blank postcards that I can use for post-crossing or swaps or anything of that nature. And once again, if you're skittish of spiders, look away for a second. Jilly's also sent me this card that tells all about spiders. And so some really good information there. So thank you very much, Jilly B. Well, that's what came in the mail this week. Well, almost everything. Because what I want to talk about today is this envelope here. This comes from Stephen in Australia. And he has sent me just some wonderful things. The first thing he sent is this. This is a brochure of historic churches from his area, and it's just a really big brochure. Has all different denominations of churches in the area. It tells all about them. Some really great, interesting information. So Stephen, thank you so much for that. He has sent me quite a few items, so I want to share all of those with you. I've taken them out and I've put them in some stock pages, but this is the first item he has sent me, this first day cover. Stephen says it portrays a caricature, which might be okay for your cartoon collection. Sure, it really is. And they are Australian sporting personalities. So, very nice first day cover there. And then there is a mini sheet that include dinosaurs. So, really, really nice miniature sheet. And then this is from 2022. It is a first day cover from Israel, issued for Christmas time. I love, 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 love this cover. It is bright. It is vibrant. It's from Israel. It's from my favorite time of year, which is Christmas. So Stephen, thank you so very much for that. Then he sent me one last first day cover. And this is it. So let's talk about this cover for a second. First of all, the stamp on the cover is Scott number 313. It is issued by the United Kingdom on June 3rd, 1953. And now it was issued for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. Now, Queen Elizabeth II was coronated just the day before this stamp was released. She was coronated on June the 2nd, 1953. So the day after the coronation, the Royal Mail issued this beautiful stamp. I love this stamp. I love the image. And you notice, look at the postmark up close, and it says, "Long live the Queen." Has the crown right there on the postmark. And then a closer inspection of the postmark, it says Windsor, the 3rd of June, 1953, 9 p.m. This was mailed, so that makes it a first day cover. So just a wonderful, wonderful cover. Stephen mentions in his note to me that it wasn't in the best condition. Steve, I don't care. This is a wonderful piece of history and a wonderful cover. And he notes the fact that back in 1953, you could send a letter from the UK to New Zealand for just 2.5p. You can't do that these days. You can't send anything probably anywhere for 2.5p. But it is just a lovely cover. I'm looking at it right now. There you see the picture on your screen of the beautiful cachet of the Queen and her family. And just an awesome and amazing cover, in my opinion. And so, Stephen, thank you so much for sending that. And then Stephen has also sent some stamps, which I took out of their envelope, and I have placed in this this clear sheet. And so the first stamp, which is this stamp here, this is a Portuguese machine label, excuse me. And Stephen says that Portugal produces a lot of these type of labels. So yeah, I know that Portugal does it. I know there are a few other countries. I think Germany and a few other European countries are producing these machine labels. They are cool. And that one is really cool with a dinosaur. One from Poland with a dinosaur. There's a Canadian stamp. This is a really good stamp. This is a set from San Marino. It's a pretty large set, has different types of dinosaurs. Another great dinosaur, really nice long-necked animal. These two stamps are from a U.S. Set of stamps that celebrate comic strips here in the U.S. So Calvin and Hobbes there, and Dennis the Menace, really nice stamps. Couple of nice stamps here. Love this stamp here. I don't really know what's going on in that stamp. It's a British stamp, so I should know, but I don't. So if anybody knows what cartoon or comic strip that is, let me know in the comments, and I'd be interested to check that out. And then he sent me two final stamps, and it's this stamp here and this stamp here, and this is. These are a series of stamps that were issued by the Netherlands. They are great stamps. They were issued on September 3rd, 1996. But in particular, I want to talk about this stamp right here. It is Scott number 941. Now, these stamps were issued to celebrate the television program Sesame Street. Now, Sesame Street debuted here in the U.S. in 1969, so it is 55 years old this year. But this stamp in particular has a meaning to me. I grew up watching Sesame Street. I watched it all of the time. And there are a lot of great characters on Sesame Street. I grew up before there was Elmo. Before there was Zoe, before there were some of the popular characters that we have now. When I grew up watching Sesame Street, you had Big Bird, you had Snuffleupagus, you had Oscar the Grouch, you had Kermit the Frog. I remember watching Kermit the Frog doing the Sesame Street news. You know, he'd come on live from Sesame Street, you know, somewhere doing the live Sesame Street news. That was always a hoot. But my favorite characters on Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie. By far, Bert and Ernie were my favorite characters. These two buddies that lived together. Bert collected pop bottle caps, and him and Ernie were always kind of bickering back and forth about different things. But my two favorite characters. So to get this stamp of Ernie just really took me back to my childhood. So, Stephen, thank you for that. I'm such a huge Bert and Ernie fan. I'm going to tell you a little story, and it's just going to show you how weird I am. I think it was 2012, so that's been about 12 years ago. My family and I went to San Antonio, Texas, on vacation. San Antonio is just a wonderful city. If you ever get a chance to visit San Antonio, please go do so. A lot of history. We visited the Alamo. I've been there a few times. The Riverwalk is beautiful. There's great restaurants, music, entertainment. And we also went to SeaWorld in San Antonio. So my wife and my daughters and my mom was with us. We're walking around SeaWorld in San Antonio, and I look, and off in the distance, there's Bert and Ernie. There's Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Bert and Ernie just hanging out at the SeaWorld. So I looked at my wife, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Bert and Ernie. Y'all, I felt like I was 6 years old again. I mean, I immediately felt like I was 6 years old, sitting in front of my little TV in my house in Oklahoma, just glued to Bert and Ernie. And so I don't know if I told my family that, hey, I'm going to go say hi to Bert and Ernie, but I did. I dashed off. My wife says I took off rather quickly, and I just went over, and I'm like, Bert and Ernie! And it was so awesome. And so, yeah. So this is the picture of me with Bert and Ernie back from 2012. Like I said, it just brought back a ton of memories for me. And when I took the stamps out of the envelope that Steven sent me and saw that, it immediately took me back to those days. So thank you so much, Steven, for the covers, for the stamps, for the history, the Trost brochure. They are all fabulous and fantastic, and I really appreciate you sharing them with me. And thank you for sharing your time with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, maybe this is your first time watching the channel, then welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. We are pretty dang close to 900 subscribers. So every subscription helps. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me a big old thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. I read each and every comment. I respond to them as soon as I can. So please leave me a comment. Great things coming up on the channel. It's almost time as we turn the page on the calendar for our next installment of Stamp versus Stamp. That's my monthly collaboration with That Dad Guy. He and I do this collaboration every month, and so we've talked about this month. We're working on this video for November, so hopefully it'll be out really, really soon. So stay tuned to my channel and also That Dad Guy's channel for that. There's a list of channels in the description of the video that are philatelic related. I watch every one of them. They all have great content, so please check those out as well. Well, that's it for the program today. Until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.